Hello, hi, welcome back to Playwright with JavaScript. This is the continuation of the functional testing. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the environment variable. So this very important topic, environment, environment variable. So what is environment variable? Why we will use environment variable? So environment variable means, for example, you want to use some data, test data, or URL something where you want to use across all your test scripts, then you will go for the environment variable. So this is all about the environment variable. Sorry, environment environment variable. So there are couple of things you need to do here. First, you need to install this. So before installing this, I'll just go to the package.json file. I'll show where it will update here. So whenever you want to use the environment variable, you need to add one dependency, that is .env dependency. So before, if you are not installed the uh, plugin, this entry won't be there in your package.json file. This is a package.json file. So whenever you run the command, for example, this is the command. If you take this copy here and put it here, whenever you run this, you will get the entry like this here. So this is the first thing you need to do. And next is you need to create one file. So how you need to create is you need to create the global setup.js. I'll just take this file name, I'll put it here so that you can have an idea. .js file. So this file contain the basic information. I'll put it here. What it contains, I will explain this file. So this file contain, so we are importing this .env. When it will work means whenever you completed running this file, this dependency, then you can use this import record dependency. So this is a normal import file, playwright test. Now this is the asynchronous function global setup and config. Okay, and you need to write the function like this: .env config and path is env. This is the env file where we are going to update the data. If anything override, you just need to put update this as a true. So whenever you create any file, JS file, so you need to import this, export this. That's why you have to use this one. In JavaScript, you need to do at the end this one or at the starting here function. But you need to update here because without export, you cannot use that file data. So this is the first thing you need to do whenever you want to go for the environment variable. And second thing is this file you have to create inside the root folder. So here, so how to create here? Just select package.json and give the file here, and you do global setup, global setup. I already created, just that's the reason I'm giving just another file name. So you need to create the global setup file. You have to follow this format. So I already created here. I'm just showing for you this one. So I'll delete this one. Sometimes people will try to select this folder, and you try to, if you give here, it will come under this test. So sometimes all people will do, select this folder and try to create here. So it will create under the test.data. So if you want to create any file under the root folder, just click any one of this, and because you are in the root folder, it will create the file here. So I have already created this file. So this is the file you need to create. I explained. The second thing is you need to do is you need to create one environment file where you want to put the data. So environment, for example, this is your environment, QA environment, whatever environment you want to put. Okay, you want to put your some admin username and admin 123. If you see the orange HRM application, you have the username password. Like this you can update this, and even the dot environment file also you have to create inside the root folder. So just select any one of this and create this one, dot env one. I'm just creating because I already created env. I'm just showing you env1, it coming here. Once you get this, you need to put the data. I'll delete this one because I already created. Just delete this because for you to demo I just created. So you need to create the environment variable like this, environment file where you need to put the data, URL. This environment data you can use across all your scripts. You put the data in one file, that data you can use in all the scripts. That is the intention of environment. It's like a global variable. So the name itself we have given global setup.js. So these are the two things. First thing is global setup. Second is environment variable with data. And third, third thing is you need to go to the playwright config.js file. Here, this entry is also very important. So you have to put this global setup. You have to give in this format only. You cannot give whatever you like. This is the variable, and what is the global variable setup JS file name you need to give it. As I have given global setup.js here, if you see here, the same thing, same name I am giving here. Where here in the global setup key and the file name. So these are the two things we have done. And the third thing is we want to use this data, whatever the environment variable we have put, this data we are going to use in our application. How to use? I'll show you. This is very simple basic uh, script I created. So here, one minute. This you need to import this one, very important. Don't forget. And this will be there here. Make sure this entry is there in your playwright.config.js file, and here in this entry should be there. And now we are going to the example.spec.js file. This is our test file. Here, as usual, I'll put it here. Um, how to use the environment variables. So what I did is I just very basic thing I did. So whenever you want to open a URL, so I have updated the URL here. If you see here, web URL. anything you can give. This URL has a value playwright dev. So that I am going to call it here. So this process.environment is a keyword. You have to use same thing, and this is the key web URL. So what is the web URL? If you see here, this is the web URL key. When you pass the key, you'll get this one. So I'll just copy this data as well. I'll put it on notepad if you have any problem. So this is the data which is there in the .env file. The name should be like this only. You cannot change. Okay. Control plus plus. Now I'll go to the application. Sorry, Visual Studio. Process.env and the key you need to call, and we want to open that playwright. That's the reason I just put the URL. Now next thing is just I'm validating couple of very basic thing, like I want to validate the title. That's the reason I just put here. So now I will try to run this. I'm running the application. So it has opened the application, validate the title. It will validate the title as I have used this one. This 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 wait page dot page. It will wait. It will pause your page. So you it has called the variable web underscore URL. So like this you can use where environment variable. Even there are a lot of environment variables. For example, I have a username also. This also you can call it here. So now I will create another file. Just I will create one more file here. New file. Example 2 spec.js. Okay. Here I'll just copy the same thing. Whatever here, whatever are there here, and spec.2js. This is our second script. How to use the environment variable test case 2. Here I won't call this. I'll just try to print the values. Console.log. Okay, environment variable. What was the environment variable? Just copy this process. This one, go here, and this time I want to use this username password. Whatever the value is there for the username password. I just want to print. Username dash just comma password. What is the password? Password is here. I just use this one here. So username password. I just password here. So in this test, it will print the username password which is there inside the environment file. So test means, see, whenever you run the file here, this test means wherever the test key is there here, it will execute. It is not the test folder. It is a, it is like a test case. Wherever you have this key test in your test folder, all it will execute. I'll just run this. Running two test cases. Okay. So I'll just continue this. It will close that window. So if you observe here, it has executed the two scripts. In this second script also, I'm going to use the environment variable which we have set in the single file. This file environment have the username password. I'm using username password in the spec.2 file and URL in the example spec.js, like this. So you have to put the data in one file and you can use any number of test scripts. This is one test spec file. This is one spec file. A spec file nothing but a feature file. In Cucumber BDD framework, if you see, a spec file nothing but a set of test cases you can put in one feature. Similarly, it's a spec file. So I have used the global variables in two test spec file, here and here. You can use in all the test cases. For example, I'll create one more test here. This time I'll print the web underscore URL. This is the URL. Test case 3. So this is the test case 3. So I'm just running this. Whichever the, if once you set the you have to set the data one and you can use in multiple skips. That is the advantage of environment variable. So if you go here, if you go and check here, it has executed the spec. See, even it has printed the URL also. So in the first test I have updated, I am calling the username password here. In the second test I am calling the URL. See, it has printed this URL as well. If you see here, it has printed it. Like this you can use across all your scripts. That is the advantage of using the environment. So sometimes when you run this one, this command, you may get the problem with the browser not opening. So again, what you do, again run the, again you run the npx, this is not this command. So again you run the npx command, playwright, npx command. So you may get the issue. So that's the reason I'm just telling. Plus run the not this one. Just wait. nps command playwright. So you need to run this npx. Yes, this one. Try to run this one. If you face any issue after you install this command, sorry, not this. After you install this command, if you face any issue, again run this command. That will solve your problem. The browser sometime browser won't open. So again you install this one npx playwright install. It will start working. After that you run your playwright test command. So this is all about today's video. So I was trying to demonstrate how to use the environment variable. So it got delayed. So in this video I'm just explaining how to use the what is environment variable, which file you need to update, how to use in a text files. Hope you understand all these things. And please subscribe my channel and share the videos to your friends. So this is all about today's video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.